Welcome to Showcase Sunday and in my mailbox for May 20th and May 21st. I have a lot of books to go through this week. I got one for review through NetGalley called Throne of Glass, which you can see below. That one sounded really good. It's been getting great reviews, and it sounds like it's supposed to be a Game of Thrones for young adults. That's how it was described. So I am eager to see that. The other ones that I got a lot for Mother's Day, but we'll start with the ones I swapped through Paperback Swap. Through Paperback Swap, I got a keeper copy of The Iron Daughter by Julie Kagawa. This is the second book in the Iron Fae series. And I reviewed this early on as an ebook, and I still hadn't gotten one to keep, and I really would like to reread this series because I really loved it. So this is my keeper copy. This is about fairies and Megan, and there's another group of fairies, the Seelie, the Unseelie, kind of summer winter fairies, and the Iron Fairies. And it's a really great series if you're interested in that. It's a little bit edgier than a lot of the young adult series, so there's a very dark side to fairy in some of this. The second one I swapped through Paperback Swap was The Great Game by Lavi Tidhar. I don't know how you say that. But this is the third book in the Bookman Histories, and I actually have not read the first book in the series, The Bookman, but I did read and review Camera Obscura, which is the second book in the series, and this has just been a really creative series. It's got a steampunk, called an alternate history feel to it. There's a lot of interesting machines, and it's kind of gritty, and the characters are always solving these crazy mysteries, these murder mysteries or whatever. Very creative, very interesting to read. It was just a really interesting book. Camera Obscura was. So this is the third one, called The Great Game. This is an angry robot book, and they always have some really weird stuff. So it's a little out there, but very creative and interesting. The third one I got through Paperback Swap was Wolf's Angel by M.D. Laughlin, and this is more of a classic epic fantasy type of book. And it's supposed to be based on some Norse mythology. I can read you the little synopsis. This is: the Viking king Othman leads his men on a raid against an Anglo-Saxon village. Men and women are killed indiscriminately, but Arthur demands that no child be touched. He is acting on a prophecy that tells him that the Saxons have stolen a child from the gods. If Othman raises him as an heir, then the boy will lead his people to glory. So anyways, it's supposed to be, I believe, a 3-book series, and they've got a little quote here from Joe Abercrombie, who wrote the first law, which I didn't really like the first law much, but I like fantasy stuff, so we'll see. This got reviewed pretty good in some fantasy blogs, so I'm looking forward to that. I bought 2 books this week. The first one I bought, just tonight actually, was Blackout by Mira Grant, and this is the third book in the Newsflesh trilogy, and I have been loving this series. Mira Grant is another name for Shauna McGuire, and she writes the October Day series and the Encrypted series, which I also love both of those. This is different. This is kind of like a post-apocalyptic zombie series, but the main characters are bloggers, so everything is written in blog entries, and there's a big government conspiracy going on that's behind the virus outbreak and all this kind of stuff. They've been very long books, but they're always really good, and I really like the first 2, and this is the last one in the trilogy, so I'm very eager to see how things end up. This one we got more for my son than for me, but it's kind of funny, so I thought I'd show it. National Geographic Angry Birds Space. So this is space, and you learn all about space with the Angry Birds. So he was very excited about this. It looks kind of cute. We'll read through it and see if it's any good. Alright, so now I'll start on the ones I got for Mother's Day, and I got a lot of them. Most of them were fables. So the first one I got was Fables Volume 10, The Good Prince. And then Fables Volume 11, War and Pieces. And Fables Volume 12, The Dark Ages. I love the cover on this one. Very cool. And Fables Volume 13, The Great Crossover. The Great Fables Crossover. So those are all the Fables books. If you like fantasy and you haven't read the Fables graphic novel series, they're just, make sure to open it, but they're all done in color. They're very fun to read. Really great stories. I just finished volume 6, so I have a few more to go. I believe that they're on volume 17, comes out in July. It's called Inherit the Wind. Anyways, they've been really cool. They're all about the fables from all the myths and legends and fairy tales that you know. They get exiled to our world, and they're trying to get back to their world where the adversary has taken over. Okay, the last book I got is The Lunatics Curse by F.E. Higgins. This is the 4th book in the Tales from the Sinister City. And the other ones are on the back here. You can see the Bone Magician, the Eyeball Collector, and the Black Book of Secrets. These are very dark horror mystery type books with an element of fantasy to them. They're middle grade reading level. I just have loved them. You know, I haven't seen a lot of people reading them, but I don't know, I picked up the Black Book of Secrets and I loved it. It's like all set in this like dank, dark, dirty city that's a lot like London, and there's always something crazy going on that seems really magical and mysterious that the main character has to figure out. But the characters are always like, I don't know, they're always in bad situations, and it's very dank and dark and a little bit scary and creepy. So I like them a lot. If you like the Last Apprentice series by Joseph Delaney, this is a good one to read too. I apologize for my husband yelling at my dog. She doesn't like coming up the stairs sometimes, and sometimes she needs a special invitation. Anyways, that's what I got this week. And how many was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 books this week. I made up for my week last week where I only got 2, and the week before where I didn't get any. So, yeah, I guess that's that. I hope you guys have a great week of reading and that you get lots of great books. We are having a pretty good thunderstorm right now here in Minnesota, so at least it's not cold and rainy for once. It's hot and rainy. It's like 90 degrees and rainy. Anyways, we're looking forward to, there's a spring con going on at our state fairgrounds. It's a big comic book festival that we're going to go to tomorrow. So we'll see if we pick up anything interesting while we're out there. Anyways, hope you guys all have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye.